Hello, I am Krishpu. The question is, read the following information and answer the question that follow. Minimum of AB is greater of A and B. Max of AB is smaller of A and B. H of xy is minimum of minimum of x minus 3, y, plus 5. Maximum of x plus 5, y minus 3. Maximum of x minus 5, y plus 3. G of xy is maximum of minimum of x plus 3, y minus 5. Maximum of x plus 5, y minus 3. And maximum of x minus 5, y plus 3. For which of the following values of x and y, h of xy is less than g of xy? Taking the first set of values, that is x as 5 and y as 3, we get g of xy as g of 5, 3, which is maximum of minimum of 8, minus 2, maximum of 10, 0, maximum of 0, 6, that is maximum of minimum of 8, 0, 0, that will be maximum of 8, 0, that is 0. Next we calculate h of xy, that is h of 5, 3, that will be minimum of maximum of 2, 8, maximum of 10, 0, maximum of 0, 6, that will be minimum of maximum of 8, 0, 0, that is minimum of 0, 0, which is 0. So, first is not true. Coming to option number 2, where x is 6 and y is 2, we get h of 6, 2 as minimum of maximum of 3, 7, maximum of 11, minus 1, maximum of 1, 5. That is minimum of maximum of 7, minus 1, 1. That is minimum of minus 1, 1, which is 1. Next we calculate g of 6, 2, which will be maximum of minimum of 9, minus 3, maximum of 11, minus 1, maximum of 1, 5. That is maximum of minimum of 9, minus 1, 1. That is maximum of 9, 1, which is 1. That is, second option is also not true. Similarly, we can verify for option number 3 also, which is also not true. So, we get the correct answer as option number 4. Thank you. Hello, I am Krishpu. The question is, read the following information and answer the question that follow. Minimum of A, B is greater of A and B. Max of AB is smaller of A and B. H of xy is minimum of x minus 3, y plus 5, maximum of x plus 5, y minus 3, maximum of x minus 5, y plus 3. And g of xy is maximum of minimum of x plus 3, y minus 5, maximum of x plus 5, y minus 3, and maximum of x minus 5, y plus 3. What will be the value of h of xy by g of xy if x and y are 2 and 7 respectively? We need to determine h of 2 comma 7 upon g of 2 comma 7, that will be minimum of 2 minus 3, that is minus 1 comma 7 plus 5, that is 12, comma maximum of 2 plus 5, that is 7, comma 7 minus 3, that is 4, comma maximum of 2 minus 5, that is minus 3, comma 7 plus 3, that is 10, whole upon minimum of 2 plus 3, that is 5, 7 minus 5, that is 2, comma maximum of 2 plus 5, that is 7, and 7 minus 3, that is 4, comma maximum of 2 minus 5, that is minus 3, comma 7 plus 3, that is 10. That will be equal to minimum of minus 1 comma 12, that will be greater of minus 1 or 12, which is 12, comma maximum of 7 comma 4, that will be smaller of 7 or 4, which is 4, comma maximum of minus 3 comma 10. This whole upon minimum of 5 comma 2, that is the greater amongst 5 and 2, which is 5, comma maximum of 7 comma 4, that is minimum of 7 or 4, which is 4, comma maximum of minus 3 comma 10. That will be equal to maximum of 12 comma 4, comma minus 3 upon minimum of 5 comma 4, comma minus 3. That comes out to be minimum of 4 comma minus 3 upon maximum of 5 comma minus 3, that is 4 upon minus 3 or minus 4 by 3. And so we get the correct answer as option number 4. Thank you. Hello, I am Khushbu. The question is, read the following information and answer the question that follow. A graph has been given. Looking at the first option, that is, if f is equal to minus x, f of minus x is equal to f of x, the graph should be similar in first and second quadrants or in third and fourth quadrant, but here it is quite visible that the graph is not similar. Coming to second option, that is f of minus x is equal to minus of f of x, we have the graph should be similar in first and third or second and fourth quadrant. Here we observe that the graph is similar in the second and the fourth quadrant. Therefore, the correct answer is option number 2. Thank you.
Hello, I am Chirag. The question is, read the following information and answer the questions that follow. Mark 1. If f of minus x is equal to f of x. Mark 2. If f of minus x is equal to minus of f of x. Mark 3. If neither 1 or 2 is true. Mark 4. If f of x does not exist at least at one point of the domain. Now, the solution. This question is based on the concept of even and odd function. A function is known as even function if graph of that particular function is symmetric about an axis, and a function is known as odd function if graph of that particular function is symmetric about opposite quadrant. For example, 1 and 3 or 2 and 4. In this question, if we see the graph, this graph is symmetric about y-axis, and hence the graph is of an even function. Therefore, the answer of this question is 1. Thank you. Hello, I am Chirag. The question is, read the following information and answer the questions that follow. Mark 1. If f of minus x is equal to f of x. Mark 2. If f of minus x is equal to minus of f of x. Mark 3. If neither 1 or 2 is true. Mark 4. If f of x does not exist at least at one point of the domain. Now, the solution. This question is based on the concept of even and odd function. A function is known as even function if the graph of that particular function is symmetrical around an axis, and a function is known as odd function if the graph of that particular function is symmetrical around opposite quadrants. For example, quadrant 1 and 3 or quadrant 2 and 4. If we see the graph of this question, then we find that the graph is symmetrical around opposite quadrant, quadrant 2 and 4. And hence the graph is of an odd function. Hence the answer of this question is 2. Thank you.
Hello, I'm Krishbu. The question is, read the following information and answer the question that follow. Here, a graph has been shown. Taking the first option, for f of minus x to be equal to f of x, the graph should be similar in first and second quadrant or third and fourth quadrant, and since it satisfies this condition, we have option number 1 as the correct answer. Thank you. Hello, I'm Krishbu. The question is, read the following information and answer the question that follow. A graph has been given. Taking the first option, that is, if the given graph has to follow the condition f of minus x is equal to f of x, the graph should be similar in first and second or third and fourth quadrant. If the graph has to follow the second condition, that is f of minus x is equal to minus of f of x, then the graph should be similar in first and third or second and fourth quadrant. But here we observe that the graph follows neither the first nor the second condition, and therefore the correct answer is option number 3. Thank you.